The second announcement, which is really all about celebrating the fact that we closed the year at 11,000 subscribers, is to offer 5 people a one-on-one session with me. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's a new year. Happy New Year, 1st of January. I literally walked back into my door about 4 hours ago from Dubai, and I thought I've got to jump on and I've got to do a video because I don't know about you, but I'm really inspired. I feel very, very motivated for the prospects of 2021. So if you are the opposite of what I've just described, you're not positive, you're not enthusiastic, you're not excited about the prospects for this year, you need to click off because I'm probably going to be really, really annoying, and I make no apologies for that. This video is not going to be talking about anything to do investment related, nothing of the sort. What I want to do in this video is review and share with you some of the goals that I set in 2020, things that I've hit, things that I've missed, and I'm also going to share with you my 2021 goals. And I really want to take a second just to encourage you. I talk about goals a lot on this channel because they are really important. Goals are how we grow. Growth is important in any walk of life, whether it be finance, business, personal, whatever. Growth and setting goals is really, really important. Nothing ever grows in your comfort zone. So I'm inviting you to come on a journey with me throughout 2021. We both set some goals. A pact today between you and I, and the things that we write down and things that I share with you today. And in 2022, when we do another video just like this one, I want us both to be able to tick off some of the goals that we've achieved together and made 2021 better than 2020. And let's face it, it's a pretty low bar with everything that happened last year with COVID. So guys, I've got a couple of announcements as well towards the end of this video to celebrate the fact that we hit 11,000 subs in 2020. It's amazing. You'll find out why very, very shortly. And something that I hope is going to help a number of you, which is really based off a lot of feedback that I've got. There are 2 announcements to stick towards the end, but there is a new intro. Let's go. All right, so whether you're new here, whether you've been following me since last year, January, when the first video went up on the 9th, I believe it was, you'll know that this has been something that I started out not really kind of knowing whether the knowledge that I have would really empower people. Indeed, when I started this in January, I had no idea what was going to happen with COVID, and I've gone on a journey myself, and it's been a journey of, number one, a massive revelation and of transformation as well, certainly within mindset. But when I started this in January, all I essentially wanted to do was take my 15 years experience in financial services, the fact that I'm a qualified financial advisor, qualified mortgage advisor, and take everything that I've learned and put it into a format where people could just access it and use it for their own benefit. And the goal of this channel is to provide financial education. That's it. The stuff that we should have learned in school, the stuff that is crucial for us as adults and growing adults, or even experienced adults, to know so that we can make the best of the money that we earn in our lifetime. That's it. That's really the goal. And when I started this, I had no idea how it was going to go. I just hoped that people would pay attention, and I hoped that I would gain some kind of traction. And that leads me on to my goals and what I set for 2020. Now, I am a big believer in writing things down. So this was my planner for 2020. I've got a new one on order to arrive shortly for 2021. And in this book, I wrote a number of goals. And the first goal that I wrote down here in this planner was to monetize my YouTube account. And I wanted to be able to do that by December 2020. Now, I've spoken about YouTube being a great way to earn some additional income on a previous video. And the reason for that is because if you have a growing channel, and I'm sure that many of you have seen videos of people who do very, very well, who build businesses off the back of YouTube, and it's a great form of passive income as well, because for as long as you have a video up and you monetize, then you're always going to be paid from the content that you created. And for me, that was something that was very, very attractive for me, because I wanted to be able to transition at some stage from being in my high-paying corporate role to this, really, where I'm empowering and educating people. And monetizing the channel was crucial to that. Now, in reality, the monetization eligibility for YouTube is pretty steep. When I started, I was worried that I'd never be able to meet that criteria within the first year. So the criteria is you need to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have had 4,000 watch hours. So people have watched your videos for 4,000 hours. And that's a tall order for someone who starts YouTube completely fresh, who's just trying to learn how things actually work. It's a tall order. I didn't think that I was going to be able to make that last year, if I'm completely honest, but I put a target down for December 2020. But what actually happened? Well, the channel actually got monetized in July. I hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours in July of this year, which meant that I was then able to earn money from all of the videos that were on the channel and continue to be uploaded into the channel from July onwards. And that's been a huge help for me personally in terms of transitioning from, well, full-time work into doing this. As many of you know, if you listen to the podcast, I was actually made redundant during COVID as well. I was made redundant in March. So I'm thankful in a way that this started, and I'm thankful that I got to monetize in July, because it has been a huge help for me to be able to cover my bills, and I'll talk a little bit more about that a bit later on. But that was my first goal on YouTube, being able to monetize the channel so I could transition from a full-time role into this, educating, empowering people's financial decisions. The second goal that I had written down here is that I wanted to have a paid online course. So again, it's all about multiple streams of income, right? And being able to share my knowledge in a way that allows people to access it at their own leisure and be able to basically benefit from what I've learned throughout the year. So a paid course was one way that I wanted to be able to do that. Now, the reality is that actually when I was building the course, which is my investment course, and I know that many of you have already taken it. If you haven't, there is a link down in the description below. I was really, really skeptical because there are so many courses out there. And believe it or not, I took a number of consultations around how to market the course. And people were telling me that, you know, for what I'm sharing, because I'm teaching people how to invest in the market and teaching people how to increase their wealth and the potential gains that they get, that I should really be selling this for like £999. And I thought that was absolutely ridiculous, because I'm focusing on, you know, predominantly 18 to 44-year-olds. So people who are just starting out. And I know that first-time investors won't necessarily have £999 to invest in a course to teach them the basics of investing in the stock market. To me, that idea is just completely ludicrous. So the pricing for the course ended up being $99.99, so just £100. And again, I've got an announcement, so please hang on to the end of this video. But a paid course was one of my big goals for this year, to be able to generate some level of income, because obviously in March, I ended up being made redundant. I finished the course, I think it was in April, off the back of necessity, really. The fact that I needed to be able to cover my bills. I had an emergency fund and I was dipping into that to be able to obviously pay the bills and keep the roof over my head. But the course was something that I really, really needed. So I was able to get that package. Many people have actually taken the course, so it is now a source of income for me being generated, which is also great. And I do the courses as part of my membership. So again, if you are not part of my membership group, it costs $17.99 a month. You get access to the course as well, included with the membership, and access to a Discord group where you can have direct lines to me to ask me questions as well. If you do join, make sure that you check out the member content when you sign up, because the link to the Discord group is also in there as well. So that's one way that I wanted to be able to monetize the channel. The other thing that I wrote down on here, which I didn't think was going to happen, was I wanted to have like paid speaking gigs. Now, when I was in the corporate world, I did a ton of presentations for corporate bodies and corporate companies. Certainly when I was in Canary Wharf, I did road shows nationally, and I wanted to be able to do this on financial education. And let's face it, talking about money and talking about investments isn't necessarily sexy. So getting paid gigs, I put a date on this in December 2020. And I managed to get paid gigs, actually quite a few paid gigs throughout last year, which added to my income stream. So that was a great thing that I was able to do through the year. There's one goal on here that I feel that I'm building, but I don't feel that I've done enough on it, and that was to grow authority. So alongside channel growth, it is trying to get myself recognized as a voice, trying to deliver financial education, not just here on YouTube, but across social media, but also kind of like nationally as well. I don't think that's something that I've actually achieved last year. I think COVID played a big part to that, in the fact that, you know, you couldn't go out and network. I couldn't really go and speak to the people that I really needed to speak to get my name and my face out there as someone who wants to empower people's financial journeys through just providing simple, plain, simple to understand content, really, in plain English. So I don't think I've done that, but I've done a little bit to it. So that's a goal that I've certainly missed. And that brings us very nicely onto my 2021 goals. Now, in reviewing of 2020, as I mentioned, one of the key things that I wanted to do was be able to monetize the channel. And in order to do so, 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours is the criteria. I managed to monetize in July, which meant I hit the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch time hour mark. What we actually ended on last year is absolutely huge. I mean, 11,000 subscribers, and in terms of watch time hours, that's 37,000 watch time hours altogether last year. And that's big because ultimately we ended up with 3.8 million impressions across the channel in order to be able to generate that, and 259,000 views altogether for those metrics. But the reason why I share that and draw that parallel is because the target for the channel for this year, for 2021, is quite a big target. And the idea is that next year, I want to be able to grow this channel to about 60,000 subscribers. Now, that is a huge ask, and I have no idea how I'm actually going to do that aside from putting out quality content. And to be honest, you guys play a big part in that by liking, sharing, commenting, because it is all about the YouTube algorithm. Another goal for 2021 is to essentially build out my business. I mean, this is what I do full time now. So trying to build out a consultation where I'm able to basically help you guys and work one-on-one, coaching, mentoring. I know a number of you reach out, ask me questions. I want to be able to formalize that into a way that I can provide you more detailed, more personalized help, more personalized guidance by working one-on-one with you guys. So that's a really big focus for me this year. Running more workshops, getting more speaking engagements obviously is very important. And I've got a really big target to increase my authority. And again, trying to get noticed and known, not just on YouTube, but actually across the mainstream media as well. And perhaps actually looking at schools and how we can actually influence some of this content into the financial sector. So if you are watching this video and you work in the education sector, then please do reach out to me, because this is something that I'm really passionate about. We need to be taught this stuff in school. And I've said this all the way through the podcast. I've said this on a number of videos. We need to change this. And I know that it is compulsory now on the curriculum, but it's being left to teachers who don't necessarily understand the subject matter. But guys, those are my goals for 2020, very high level, specifically for this channel. I haven't shared my investment goals. I might do that completely separately. But for this channel, those are the goals. But you are integral in helping me reach my goals. And I hope to be able to repay you in content that you can use, that enriches you, that empowers you. And again, like I said at the beginning of this video, please set some goals with me, because I want us together to have a binding, well, unofficial binding agreement that we set some goals that we are going to hit together and review in the beginning of 2022. Now, for my announcement. For this year, this course has now been reduced to $59.99. So from $99.99 down to $59.99, so it's 60 quid for the course. I actually have a new website which went live today, which gives you a breakdown of the chapters, the curriculum, and the stuff that you'll learn on the course as well. So I encourage you to use the link below to go check it out. If you have any questions, make sure that you message me on IG or just literally ping me an email. But the course has been reduced from $99.99 down to $59.99 to help people be able to find it more affordable, to be able to empower their first journey. Yes, there's lots of free videos that I've done, but if you want one place where you can take it and consolidate it in one go, you get lifetime access. There are tests within there as well that allow you to consolidate your knowledge, and you could always go back into the course and go back over topics if you don't quite grasp it at any given time. And as I update the course, you also get free updates to it as well. The second announcement, which is really all about celebrating the fact that we closed the year at 11,000 subscribers, is to offer 5 people a one-on-one session with me. A session with me will last between 60 to 90 minutes, and it is going to be a session specifically to answer a specific area of your finances that you know you need to pay attention to. I will run this for the next week. So on the 8th of January, I will announce 5 winners to this. If you do want some help with some financial aspect or something money related that you're trying to work on, it could be investment, it could be mortgages, it could be anything, and you want to work on me one-on-one, this is your opportunity to get a free session with me lasting 60 to 90 minutes. There will be 5 winners announced on January 8th. I wonder how many people have lasted to this point in the video. We'll see in the comments. Good luck to everybody who enters. I can't wait to speak with you. I can't wait to help you out and work with you on a one-on-one basis. This is going to be an amazing year. I firmly believe it. I hope that you believe it too. Focus on the things that you can control. And remember, money is a tool. Life is for living. Catch you later.